As you might have heard, the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War dropped this morning, and we assembled IGN's mightiest experts to pick it apart frame by frame and spot everything you might have missed. Let's take a look.
There was an idea.
The trailer starts with Nick Fury's speech from the first Avengers movie about forming a team of heroes. We see a planet in a binary star system, so it's not Earth, but it looks like some big battles take place there. We know from the footage shown at D23 Expo and Comic-Con that Tony Stark, Star-Lord, and Spider-Man all battle Thanos there. Tony's clearly shaken here, with this scene calling to mind the apocalyptic vision Scarlet Witch gave Tony in Age of Ultron, where he saw the Avengers destroyed.
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
The last time we saw Bruce Banner in Thor Ragnarok, he was worried he'd be stuck as the Hulk forever. Perhaps crashing down from space is enough to jolt him back into Banner? Or maybe Doctor Strange and Wong's magic turned him back into his human self. We're thinking Thanos' ship from the Ragnarok mid-credits scene attacked the Asgardian Ark, and Thor sent Hulk to find Doctor Strange, who we know is monitoring Earth for big cosmic threats. And Thanos certainly qualifies.
To see if we could become something more.
The room in this scene looks similar to the one in the House of M comic event where Scarlet Witch gave birth to her and the Vision's twin boys. The twins have a very complicated backstory to say the least, but they did eventually tie into the Young Avengers, something Marvel could be setting up for Phase 4 or beyond. In the House of M story, Wanda could change reality so that everyone was living their ideal life, so perhaps that's why Vision looks human here? Or maybe he's using a hologram to change his appearance. You can still see the Mind Stone in his forehead, for now anyway. This appears to be Thor aboard the Guardians of the Galaxy's ship, but we'll have more of them later. In the meantime, here's Bruce Banner in Wakanda next to a Hulkbuster gauntlet. We get a good look at the Hulkbuster armor later on in the trailer, but you know who else is in Wakanda? None other than a now blonde Black Widow. Her new look was revealed on artwork that debuted at this past July's San Diego Comic-Con. Widow, you'll recall, also went on the run at the end of Captain America: Civil War. Bruce and Widow haven't seen each other since he disappeared at the end of Age of Ultron, but as we learned in Ragnarok, she still has an emotional hold on the Hulk these many years later. Stark Tower no longer sports the big A it once did. You'll recall that Avengers Tower was sold and Stark's people were moving out of it during Spider-Man Homecoming. Tony appears to be holding a cell phone here, which might just be a cell phone, but it could be the same phone that Cap sent him at the end of Civil War with the message saying, "No matter what, I promise you, if you need us, if you need me, I'll be there." Now would be a good time to get the band back together, wouldn't it? While it was hinted at during the airport battle in Civil War, this shot offers us our first good look at Peter Parker's Spidey sense tingling as he reacts to the arrival of the aliens. If you look closely here, it appears Tony's arc reactor is back in his chest. Tony, of course, had it surgically removed at the end of Iron Man 3. And also, time seems to be frozen here for everyone except Tony. Maybe Thanos has just acquired the Time Stone from the Eye of Agamotto, which we know from the Doctor Strange movie resides in Kamar-Taj. Speaking of which, is this Kamar-Taj? This could be one of its students, judging by their robes. The flickering lighting matches the next shot of Loki, who has the Tesseract, also known as the Space Stone, which he took from Odin's vault at the end of Thor Ragnarok before Asgard was destroyed. Is Loki trying to buy his life here from Thanos after failing him in the first Avengers movie? And here's a good look at Thanos, who you'll notice isn't wearing his usual armor. As Infinity War co-director Joe Russo told us this past Comic-Con, once he starts acquiring the stones, he doesn't need armor in the same way he did when he was a warlord. It's a very symbolic costume. He may have turned down the Iron Spider costume when it was offered to him at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, but Peter clearly felt now was a good time to upgrade his duds if he's going to be battling alien invaders. Could Thor be constructing a new hammer here? Mjolnir was forged in the heart of a dying star, you know. Here is our first good glimpse at Proxima Midnight, a member of Thanos' Black Order, as she hurls her spear at none other than a bearded Captain America, still a fugitive hiding out in Wakanda since the events of Civil War. Here's another member of Thanos' Black Order, Corvus Glaive, using his, glaive to pry the Mind Stone from the Vision's forehead. Could this kill Vision? Or would the original Jarvis AI transfer itself into another machine or onto the net if his body were to expire? I guess we'll have to see to find out. Here, Thanos has the purple Power Stone, which we last saw in the Nova Corps possession. Could this be why the Guardians have apparently been chasing Thanos and end up picking up Thor along the way? If we skip ahead a bit here, we see Thanos has also added the Space Stone to his Infinity Gauntlet. Once he acquires all 6 Infinity Stones, the Mad Titan will be able to bend time, space, and reality itself. In short, he would be unstoppable. Cap doesn't have his shield here, but he does seem to be sporting some sweet Wakandan armored gauntlets. T'Challa does mention getting Cap a shield, so perhaps it will be an energy shield like the one Cap had in the comics. Or maybe Panther will provide Cap with a new vibranium shield as he did during the period in the comics when Steve Rogers gave up the mantle of Captain America. Speaking of Wakanda, we still don't know the whereabouts of the Soul Stone. In light of this big set piece taking place in Wakanda, plus the next MCU release being Black Panther, perhaps the Soul Stone is stashed away somewhere in T'Challa's homeland?
Who the hell are you guys?
God of Thunder, meet the Guardians of the Galaxy. Based on everything we know, our best guess is that the Sanctuary 2, that's Thanos' ship from the Thor Ragnarok mid-credits scene, attacks the Asgardian Ark and leaves Thor stranded in space where he gets rescued by the Guardians, just like how the original Guardians once rescued him drifting in space in Thor Annual No. 6 in the prelude to the Korvac saga. And that is everything we caught in the new Infinity War trailer. Let us know anything else we might have missed in the comments below, and for more on the next Avengers movie, take a look back at the MCU's 10-year journey to Infinity War, and find out what we thought of all the Infinity War footage not shown in the trailer, but which we geeked out over at D23, and as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.